This video is sponsored by EA. Mad Maggie. She is coming to Apex Legends, and the new control mode was played and featured by some of our favorite and biggest streamers around the world. But what does it all mean for the game? In fact, why are you even watching this video? Well, I'm a professional commentator, and I watch high-level Apex all the time. I make videos to teach people about high-level Apex, and a lot of you watching right now clicked because you want to know my thoughts on how this kit of Maggie's is going to impact high-level play. But not just that, your own games to see if you can be better by playing Maggie or if she'll be your new main. I also want to briefly mention, with some gameplay underneath, watching a little bit of Timmy's stream yesterday, how I feel the new control mode went, and give you some initial early thoughts, although I haven't played the mode or the character. But again, don't need to play it to see it and have a good conversation about it. So let's get right into it, how Maggie will impact the high level of Apex Legends and how control looks so far. All right, let's talk about control first. The footage underneath, I really enjoyed watching. I watched probably about an hour of this release, and control I think is exactly what people are expecting. It's going to be better than arenas. That's the one first point. I think arenas tried to fill this void of a casual side of Apex, didn't quite do it, but control certainly will, and that's enough for me. I think a lot of you watching at home are probably happy that control is giving you a little bit more of that free-for-all type experience, a deathmatch type experience, yet was still an objective. And I think that's important. It was elegant, the way that this has been designed. In fact, the recent designer of this mode has just left Apex Legends alongside a lot of other designers who are, it feels like doing a mass exodus of leaving the game. Now, just a quick aside, I did a TikTok video on that today, so check it out at Raynday Gaming, but we may get into that later. But anyways, control is a great legacy to have left. I think this will impact the way people play Apex. I think when you're loading up, you'll sit there and go, you know, I think it's a control kind of night. Or let's play control for a little while, then we'll go into some BR. I think that has the potential to be what this game mode is. It felt tense. I liked the energy that it was in. And, you know, ultimately, I felt that a lot of the clunkiness wasn't there of a mode, that this could be clunky. 9v9, multiple Pathfinders on the same team, and, you know, weird stuff that you go, oh, this feels like not working. No, it felt like it worked. I really did enjoy watching it, and I felt like if you see the footage here, you'll see that the gameplay is fun to see. The gunplay feels very smooth. You can get into practicing different weapons and different moments and get those moments where you're getting 1 kill, 2 kill, 3 kill, 4 kill, and have that kind of experience that you want in Apex without a lot of the risk of, you know, doing all that aggressively and then dying and not being able to play until, you know, you respawn again. I think this will be a big part of Apex Legends' identity moving forward. I'm not sure about you guys, but I really, really like what I see. And it feels like a mode I'll like to play on stream. I think that's the big question, though. Will people want to watch this mode? Because that's really what determines how successful and how popular something can become. Do you like to play it, and do you like to watch it? Especially when the interconnectedness of Twitch and YouTube and content and streamers and everyone doing the things that not only are fun, but also people like to see. A mode like this has to provide not only a great playing experience, but a great viewing experience. I think arenas isn't a great viewing experience unless you're in a high-level tournament, which I've casted from UMG. Those are fun, but I think control has the ability to be a fun, casual mode where streamers can take it easy, talk to their chat, really engage, and who knows? I think there could be some fun YouTube videos that get made about this thing. I'll definitely be putting some gameplay on my channel. So you guys let me know after you take a look at this footage, and I'm sure you watched the streamers yesterday, and all of these streamers now are not embargoed, so they've all dropped information on the new season and, of course, control. Let me know what you think about the gameplay. As good as you thought, just, you know, the same, better than you expected, or worse? I want to hear all of your thoughts in the comments below. All right, number 2, Maggie. I know this one is very interesting for a lot of you. I think Maggie has the potential to change Apex esports. In fact, I think she has the potential to be a top-tier character. Let me tell you why. Mad Maggie's passive, Warlord's Ire, is another version of a Bloodhound scan, but you have to do damage to a player to see it, and it doesn't apply to the whole team, and that's a big difference when you look at what a team needs in terms of vision and scouting versus what a player needs. And this is where I think there is some debate. So let me know what side you guys are on. One, I think it's great that she gets a wall scan. I know people are done with getting abilities that have a wall scan, but for an individual character's strength, that is a very powerful thing. But we got to remember that the stuff that applies to just one person isn't as good as stuff that applies to an entire team, like the Bloodhound scan. We don't have the details on it yet, but I do believe that this will be a singular wall hack for her once she does damage onto someone. And that is tricky. I think it's great for an individualistic player. It's great for a certain type of pro player who wants to get aggressive. Think a Reptar, a Complexity Reptar, who is on a Bloodhound and just loves pushing the tempo of a game. But for some players who want to maybe be more strategic and help be aggressive but also provide tactical value to their team, this one may not cut it. It's very good for a single player, but, we're talking about a team game here. I like it. It's right in the middle for me, though. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. The other thing that Maggie gets is she moves faster with shotguns, and this is a big implication. Not only is she moving faster in general when she has a shotgun equipped, but she's moving faster in things like bubble fights, which is where so much of the meta has transitioned in Apex Legends. So keep an eye on that. Being able to maneuver in and out of that bubble with just a little bit harder to hit, a little bit easier to get in and around it, that gives you a huge advantage in terms of winning those fights and coming out on the better side of a Mastiff. That's a definite positive, putting her a little bit more up in terms of the rankings for high level. 2, her tactical might be the most important thing. The Riot Drill. This is honestly one of the coolest abilities I think Apex Legends could have put out. She throws this, and throughout a wall, you will start taking damage on the other side of it. That's so impactful. I saw it being used by Timmy the other day, and he actually threw the Riot Drill outside, inside his wall, and on the other side of the building, people who were hiding and camping that he could see started getting burned. It was like a thermite. It was so valuable. I thought, wow, the implications of this are massive. And when you consider that it's any surface that it sticks to starts bleeding, doing damage outside, on the other side of it, that's a Gibraltar dome shield as well. And that's why I think people are excited. The buff to crypto and this Maggie ability, don't think that Apex Legends designers haven't realized Gibraltar's been a little bit too heavy-handed here in this meta for the last little while. And so those two things make that dome shield less effective in a big way. And so we may see teams start to realize, it's not worth it. It's not guaranteed safety if Maggie's in the meta. So let's start to think about how to play Apex differently. This one ability plus the crypto buff could be enough to start people thinking differently about Gibraltar. I think we'll still see it, but I think it will start to maybe open up some eyes on how we can do this. But again, her ultimate's got to be worth it, right? It can't just have the Riot Drill and be able to dominate. And so let's see if that really does make a difference. All right, so the ultimate's called Wrecking Ball. What it essentially does is does a little bit of a bounce, and then detonates near opponents, doing a little bit of damage, but most importantly, giving you and anyone who runs over those bounces a speed boost. So Maggie herself is getting a speed boost with the shotgun. She's also now giving a team speed boost. And the way you can push and move off something like that is really powerful. Now, I don't know how well it's going to stack with something like a Wraith going invisible. Can she run in with her Q over a speed boost and gain even more speed? Because that could help her creating portals or moving and really getting that extra bit of distance when she's trying to set up a rotation for your team in the final circle. So that's a cool implication, I think. A lot of other legends who are maybe slower or clunkier, don't have movement abilities, now get to take advantage of faster rotations. And I could see this being really nice. The synergy with a Valkyrie, who's been a big part of the meta, not so much. Again, Maggie is a very solo type player, but this little speed boost here could have some nice implications, mainly for the Wraith, mainly for legends who can just take a little bit more value from being a little faster in stuff that they already do well. Let me know what you guys think about Wrecking Ball. I think ultimately Maggie has enough of a kit to be a threat and a talking point. Will she change Apex Legends esports? I think so, only because she's going to start to shift the conversation to showcasing that Gibraltar is not immune from being taken out, and that will start to get people's minds working. How will she play in the first week, though? That still remains to be seen, and you guys might have your own opinions by watching other footage, so let me know in the comment section below if you agree with me that Maggie will start to shift people's minds away from Gibraltar and change Apex esports, or if you think, you know what, she's fun, Rain, but she is not going to make it. She's just going to be another dud and a fun casual player. Might as well be a girl version of a Mirage. I'll like to hear that too. Either way, let's have that chat in the comments. Leave a like, and I'll be covering more Season 12 in a little bit. As always, never give up, never stop gaming. See you guys next time.